Representative Lauren Boebert has faced a lot of criticism for abandoning her district in order to run in a much friendlier one. And she's decided to shift the blame away from her and her many scandals, there's a reason for it, to something else. Hollywood. Now, she recently told Steve Bannon on his podcast, Hollywood is trying to buy their way into Congress. It's coming from Hollywood when you have Barbra Streisand coming in and donating to the Democrat, when you have Ryan Reynolds coming in and donating to the Democrat. A big money from Hollywood, you say? Oh, well, this must be a lot, right? Well, how much? According to FEC records, Ryan Reynolds contributed about $1,500 in 2023. Barbra Streisand contributed a total of $1,000. So, in total, it's $2,500, which would be one max donation from one person. So, those two combined. Oh, wow, the big Hollywood money. That is a combined 0.03% of her former opponent Adam Frisch's actual haul. Again, big Hollywood money right there. Oh, my God. That said, that doesn't mean that Adam Frisch hasn't raised a ton of money. He's actually got about $7.7 million compared to Boebert's $2.4 million. And look, to be fair, Boebert's actually raised over half her money from small donations under $200. So, look, I'm in favor of small donors as opposed to large donors. Yes, right? That said, right, about 40% of her donations come from large contributors, 39.99% versus 45% of her donations that are small donors. So, now, that said, Frisch brought in a lot of money because, well, Boebert's vulnerable. After he, basically almost beat her in 2022. She won by about 500 votes, meaning that she is very vulnerable, okay? She's had numerous scandals, so there's a lot of outside money pouring into this race because a lot of people want to see Boebert gone, myself included, okay? That said, Lauren Boebert's never really complained about big money before, like when she had previously outraised Frisch in 2022, spending over $7 million compared to his $4 million. Now it looks like the situation is almost reversed. In fact, she's actually raising less so far, right? That said, she will probably end up getting more, or at least she would have gotten a lot more. It's very likely now that the fundraising is probably going to taper off now that she's running in a much more friendly conservative district to try to get the nomination to replace Ken Buck. So, that said, in the race that she's abandoning against Frisch, obviously her internal polling must have been a disaster, leading her to make the decision to flee the ship. That's really it. She's trying to save her career by running to a much safer, more conservative district that, she's likely, if she becomes the nominee, more likely to win than an opponent who almost kicked her ass in 2022. Now, of course, her message is, and this is ironic, right? Her message to Steve Bannon was, we have to shut down the Hollywood elites who are trying to buy my current district. And how exactly are you doing that, Lauren? By running away? How does the logic work out on that one? Boebert logic, I guess. Being against, for example, drag shows and all this, while in public giving handies to your date during a production of Beetlejuice. Boebert logic, right? Hey, nobody said that she was bright. But apparently, Boebert is at least smart enough to see the writing on the wall for her campaign.